I'm pretty sure this is the end of this engine. It's raining a bit, so I'm gonna go to the car and tell you what happened. So yesterday we were coming back from the Upfest, from the event that is 400 kilometers away, and I really want to drive this car on wheels, right? So we made it there without big issues. And on the way back, it was middle of the night and it was heavy raining, not like today, like heavy raining. So I was driving really slow on the motorway with this car, and then suddenly I felt that I lost the boost. I wanted to overtake a car, I pressed the throttle, and then there was no boost, there was no power. And we were just passing petrol station, so I pull up on a lane to turn. I reduce the gear, and when I release the clutch, the back wheels locked, as if I would pull the e-brake. Like, it stopped working, it locked the rear wheels. I almost spun out and crashed the car. It was very dangerous on a wet motorway. I pressed the clutch quickly, we rolled down to the petrol station, and at that point, 1 AM, 200 kilometers away from house, I knew that we're gonna go back on a trailer. We're gonna have to call the assistants, and you know, the night was pretty miserable anyway, but it just got so much worse at this point. We stopped on a petrol station, we popped the hood, and the whole engine bay is in oil. And then I noticed the hose that's going from a turbine to down to the oil sump, the one that transporting oil from the turbine down, the connector, the inlet thing was broken. It's pretty unlucky because that's one of the only parts that we used for this build that was not the best quality. We knew it from the beginning, but at the point that we were putting a car together, that was the only available option. So when we were putting engine together, we used that part with a thoughts in mind that we need to replace it soon with a good quality part, which of course I forgot. And this is probably why the engine is gone. And it's a bummer because I really love driving this car, and it was driving so nicely. It's middle of summer, you know, I want to enjoy it, and we put so much work into this car. And if this engine is gone, it's probably gonna be, you know, stuck for a couple of weeks, if not months. If it's just the inlet, if it's just the connector broke, then we are good. We just change the connector, put the oil in it, and then hopefully it's gonna run fine. But because the engine got stuck and it locked the back wheels, I think that's when the piston got stuck in a cylinder, and then that means the engine's probably dead. But let's have a look. I'll show you the thing. There was this AN connector that broke off. See, it's this one. Just snapped. We knew the part is low quality. It's like very low quality aluminum inlet, but like I said, we didn't have anything else to use at that time. We were supposed to change it, but it's pretty sad. Okay, the car is back in the garage, and we're gonna remove the oil filter just to see what can we find inside. I don't think this is the way you should do it, Boogie.
Ah, sorry.
Boogie's gonna cut open the oil filter so we can see what's inside, if we can see any debris and pieces of steel. And then also we're gonna take out the intake, and we're gonna have a look inside the turbocharger itself, if it spins, if it's fine, or if it's broken. No, weź go. Okay, so the turbo is dead. And there's a second one that we bought not a long time ago. You can clearly see it's broken.
Yeah, turbo.
Turbo for sure, but then we need to think if how's the engine like, because the turbo is taking oil with this hose that broke off. The turbo is getting the oil from the engine, and if this hose broke off completely when we were driving, that means that we lost all the oil. So now the question is, when did we lose all the oil, and if the engine was running for a longer time without it? If yes, then bye-bye the engine. And then we do V8 swap, right? Because the V8s are the only engines that work.
And Miata engines.
No, Miata engines, no. Bozo broke it. But M50.
But that's because he forgot to put oil for you.
He did. M50.
Nie będzie tego tak chyba widać.
A co to było coś?
No.
So there is some debris, but we don't know how much of it is from Boogie's angle grinder. To know for sure, we need to raise the car, drop the oil sump, and and have a look at the... Jak jest panewka po angielsku?
Paneuka.
Pokaż.
Yo, Mr. Eva.
Panewka.
Mr. Eva.
No jak tak to było, to ni chuja,
A
żeby...
daj to do góry nogami, tak wytrzep jakby.
Co jest? Sypiamy krechę. Kryształ.
There is not any big pieces. There's like something is there, but yeah, you cannot know for sure. The turbo is dead for sure, and about the engine, we're probably gonna have to check tomorrow because it got dark. Also tomorrow we're gonna move on with this. We're gonna move on to the front and do the front arches. And by the end of the week, I want to have this car ready for painting. Then we're gonna paint it. Then we're gonna install the fuel system and do all this other nice stuff.
Team Blue Monkey Color.
Team Monkey?
Tak.
Kiery, kurwa, one wszystkie są mokre. A nie masz takiego do oleju? Z góry sobie to odkrył.
Okay, let's see how much oil is there.
Powiedział, ale nie mogę tego notować. Ja.
Patrz, pusto. Nothing.
Chyba nie ma...
Nothing.
Nie ma oleju.
Ale nic.
To zakręć.
Ej, co to?
Good morning, we have next day and we are ready to raise the S13, drop the oil sump and see what can we find inside.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Let's find out how is it this time. Okay, we have a car on top and we need to get rid of the oil sump, but firstly, to have room, we need to get rid of the anti-roll bar. And then it should be fairly easy to just unscrew all those little ones and pull it down. Pokaż. Okay, so I guess the engine is dead. So in the engine there is many debris. Some of them are big like this. So now the only thing that's left is to see how much dead is the engine. If it's only the bearings that are on an actual shaft, we can just replace the bearings, the turbo, and that'll be it. But it's a big chance that also the shaft that's in the engine is also scratched, broken, and then the whole engine is pretty much garbage. We're gonna find out any moment.
Co to jest za lewa?
It's good.
To jest otwarte?
Sounds good? One of them's not gonna be good.
Oh, there's a scratch.
No, jest troszkę.
But it's not...
Little
Scratch,
scratch.
but nothing
Nothing
criminal.
To następne.
O, to jest to.
Upper is always worse than low. Not exist.
Now we see where the problem was.
Not exist.
Nie, ale zagrzałem je wczoraj.
Ah, did you?
And we got the...
We decided that the best way is to remove the engine, open it, see how everything looks, and replace the broken parts with the new ones. Challenge: how long would it take you to take out the engine from this car?
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah?
2 hours on stats.
Okay, it's about, wait, okay, it's 2:40. So you have time.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's 4:25 and the engine is out of the car. So Adash wasn't lying that he can do it in 2 hours. It only took actually 1.5 hours because it took us.
I never lie.
It only took us 20 minutes to, you know, find all the stuff that put it outside the car. So 1.5 hours to take the engine out, not bad.
Not good, not bad. Średnio.
Now the boys are gonna tear the engine apart to see what's inside. I'm gonna clean the engine bay. And Marek. Marek is sanding. I just said you sanding. The engine is disassembled completely. We just need to now get rid of this pulley and then pull the head up to look inside.
Piłki? Z turbo. Widać potłuku.
That's not supposed to be there.
But it's not something super bad. Proszę ładować. To jest panewka, gdzieś w kanale.
So we have all the engine disassembled. This is what's left from the engine that a couple hours ago was the full assembled engine. And this is everything that we took apart from it. And a quick conclusion is the pistons are looking good. The crankshaft we thought is looking good apart from this bit here. The block, as you can see, this bearing is missing and here it's scratched. So we're gonna send the block, they're gonna check it and remachine the thing. We're gonna also send the crankshaft, they're gonna remachine this thing. And we're also gonna buy new bearings and a new turbocharger and then put everything back together.
Sometimes it's just good to, you know, we really didn't want to do this at first, taking everything out, taking the engine out, but then we're like, sometimes you just need to do it.
Yeah, but we know why it happened, so we're just gonna
Yes.
put it back together with new knowledge.
More care.
And
And we need a oil pressure gauge.
Oil pressure and oil level gauge.
Yeah.
It actually didn't take so long to do this. So what time is it?
Well,
4 hours.
No,
4 hours to take the engine out and disassemble it completely. See what's wrong, and
now we have a game plan.
now we have a game plan. Game plan. Bozo cleaned the engine bay, so the engine bay is clean here. Ready for the new engine. And yeah,
I have one question.
what question?
Why you steal my look?
Well, no engine
Why you
look.
steal my style, man?
I don't know, I just
what
like
have
your
you
style. I thought I'm gonna copy you.
Welcome in the team, bro.
No engine team. Morning. Also a bit of mess here outside, so many cars. I'm really looking forward to this one. but this one still needs to wait a bit more. We are slowly closer to getting an engine for it. I think maybe 1 or 2 more weeks and we're gonna have an engine here, so that's gonna be very nice. And also I bought the hood and a front bumper, so when they come we can assemble the front and actually see the front of the car with, you know, the body parts. It's good to see it, put it on the video, show it to you guys. It's always exciting and kind of pushing you forward to do more things with the car if you see it coming together.
Also, the next event we're going to with Kevin is Iron Drift King event in Germany.
Ferropolis.
Ferropolis. It's essentially a Drift Masters event with some stunts cars, I think, on the side and some stores. And we're bringing our store and Kevin to show all of you. So if you're from Germany, make sure you come see us. We're gonna leave the link to the website to buy the tickets in the description. And we'll see you in, when this video comes out, in about a week or so. We'll put the dates.
Also, there's one more news, pretty sad, but this is how life goes. This car, we are not using this car, like at all. We have too many cars, too many projects, too many things. Bozo's buying too many RX-7s and we need space. So we need to get rid of Rolly. At the moment, it needs a new clutch because the clutch that is there is slipping, and a couple new things. So the offer is either we fix the clutch and the little things that don't work and gonna sell it for about 20,000 zloty with the wheels, with the air suspension, fully working car. Or if you want to fix it yourself or whatever, you can get it now, today, tomorrow. If you would pay, let's say, 17,000, you can just take it as it is. I think it's a pretty fair price. But yeah, Rolly needs to go, sadly. But this is how the life works. Okay, we have a couple days later. All the parts from S13's engine are in a shop where they're gonna fix them. And we are moving on with the E30. We installed the front wheels that we're gonna run. These are the first wheels that I bought for the S13 at the back, but we end up not using them, and I think they fit very nicely with E30's shape. And for the next couple days we're gonna do the front arches and finishing the bodywork. Yeah, that's that. I also ordered some new wheels for the back. I think pretty interesting wheels. And this is it with this video. I wanted to say I hope you enjoyed it, but I hope you didn't enjoy us taking apart this car and this engine. And thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. It's coming along nicely. Sheesh.